All right, guys. So today I'm here with Jameer Asif. Jameer is the founder and owner of Dream Cars and Dream Yachts Miami. How you doing, Jameer?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. So how's it been working with me so far?
It's been good. We've done a lot of different things together, and from the car rental business all the way to the yacht charter business, we've just had constant leads. I think there was months where we were hitting 90, 100K a month. Um, it's been super solid. We've had a consistent lead flow, and business has been good. It's been thriving for us.
So when we first came in, right, we had to establish the profile funnel, right? So the profile needed to be optimized properly for that emotional conversion that we talk about. How important do you think content and having the right profile optimization comes into the direct conversion?
I think it's super important because it builds credibility. One thing that people would always come to us with is the fact that they like the way our company presents itself, right? Because you can click on an Instagram profile, and if there's no content there, if there's no identity to that profile, no identity to that brand, they don't really know who they're booking with, you know? So it creates a trust factor where they're worried if they're going to get scammed or not. And there are a lot of scammers out here in Miami and in different places around the world. So obviously nobody wants to send thousands of dollars to someone on Instagram unless they have a reputation or it looks like a reputable company. So your content does that for you. It builds out your profile, makes you, your profile look appealing, and it looks makes you look trustworthy. Builds that credibility.
So we specifically implemented the direct response funnel into the Instagrams. How did you really perceive the lead flow and conversion with that exact funnel?
Honestly, it helped us a lot because it assisted the sales reps with making sure that they can take the clients in the right direction to actually closing and fulfilling the charter and fulfilling the deal in general. So it gave guidance to us, which is definitely helpful because a lot of times any marketing agency can bring you leads, but if you're not guiding them or bringing the right leads, then it doesn't really matter.
So with the direct response funnel, we touched on the emotional conversion sequences through the profile and the profile optimization. How important is it to have the proper ad creatives, to have the proper nurturing mechanisms to get the client from inbound to closed?
I think that that's super important because, like I said earlier, any marketing company can bring you leads, right? But that doesn't mean that they're going to close. And having all of those setups and those systems, that's what shows the client that you're a legitimate business, a legitimate company, right? If you're just sitting there and telling a client, hey, send me a deposit, these systems are what proves that you're a legitimate company to the client, right? And that is what results in you having charters or you having business.
So we started off with no boats, brokers. How was it like scaling your fleet to now 5 boats, and ultimately having like your own marina? Now we're here in Hollywood, Florida. You got your own marina. How's that been with the marketing and being able to market like your own marina, your own boats versus having to outsource to brokers?
Honestly, brokers were an issue, but as far as our marketing goes, we've always had a consistent lead of clients. So the transition has just only helped us because now we actually control the quality factor and the fulfillment factor. So now we can actually make sure that our clients are satisfied and that we give them the best service possible. When we were brokering, it's like we had a lot of clients and we were making good money, but we can't control anything else. So once the client, books with us, we're just putting it in the hands of another company who doesn't really necessarily care about our reputation.
So how has the proper branding and profile optimization affected your relationship with your brokers and your investors?
It's just strengthened them because it shows to investors that we are credible, that we're legitimate, we're doing things a professional and proper way. And without that, that strengthening, investors don't know what our potential is, right? So it's shown them that we can grow, that we're scalable, and that we're a company worth betting on.
Right. So from brokers to now we got a fleet of 5 boats here in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Florida. What's it been like shifting from relying on brokers, outsourcing to brokers, to having all your fleet management in one house? And how has the marketing impacted this sort of transition that we've had?
It's helped us grow our margin, right? With brokers, you're giving them the best possible price, and that's all you're getting, while the brokers are earning all the profits on top, right? There's literally brokers who are charging double, triple the amount that we're charging them, and they don't even own the boats, right? So it's helped us strengthen our margin and helped us build out that margin, and also helped us control more of what goes on with the clients and being able to fulfill and quality control. But yeah, that's what I would say has helped us a lot.
So how much revenue have we generated total using the direct response funnel?
I believe we generated somewhere around 110,000 in March, which was one of our top line months. But we're just expanding from there and continuing to grow.
Awesome, brother. And then consistently hitting, what revenue are we consistently hitting uh, using this exact funnel?
We're sticking in the ballpark of around 80 to 90K a month. Just using this funnel, that's like a consistent number that we're touching.
In regards to the margin, what would you tell other yacht charter operators when they're thinking about investing into their growth, investing into the leads, investing into the proper branding? What would you tell them when it comes to the margin?
It pays off, right? It pays off to have your own clients because then you're not relying on anyone else. You build your own client list. And sure, at the beginning, it could be a little rough, but over time, you start seeing a lot of clients that are just continuing to come back to you because you've built that brand identity, because you've serviced them before. When you're serving broker clients, they go back to the broker they booked with. They didn't know you exist, right? So you're actually building out your client list, and it's a better long-term investment in play.
Awesome. What would you tell other brokers that are looking to get to where you're at now with your own fleet? They want to get their own fleet. They want to get their own boats. What would you tell them if they're in a position where they want to start investing into their marketing? What would you say?
I would say that this is a very asset heavy business with a lot of liabilities. So if you're going to do that, invest into your marketing now, get a big and large list of clients. That way, when you get that first boat, there's no stress or worry whether you have money for ads or you don't. Like, you already are going to have a list of clients. So your business is already running and functioning.
Awesome. How important is the foundation in regards to like marketing, conversions, having the lead flow? How important is that foundation to ultimately running a successful business?
That foundation is probably the most important thing, because if you don't have that foundation, then you're not getting, you're not closing deals, you're not getting charters, you're not getting money through the door. And that's the most important thing when running a business, is making sure that there's cash flow and money flowing through the door.
What would you say to other yacht charter operators that are completely relying on brokers? What would you say to them if they want to basically outsource and get their own lead flow?
I would say that that's just one part of your business, right? Don't burn those bridges, keep them, but don't rely on them. Your business needs to be reliant on you, things that you can control. So you can't control brokers. You have one bad deal with them and then they're no longer there, right? So you need to build your own list and invest into your own company. Don't burn those bridges, but expand your own, your own direction as well.